Welcome to the YouTube channel where we find cool trails and then don't ride them. Alright, I'm back on a mountain in a place on a thing that is not on a map. Wanted to check out this one for a while. I tried to do one of these yesterday, did a whole bunch of climbing, got to a spot, missed the trail I was looking for, road, I don't even know if it has a name, don't know what it's called, which was solidly double black all the way down with like super slick dirt, and I hiked the whole thing, kind of ruined my morning. So now I'm back, not learning my lesson, trying a different trail I've never seen a video of, connects through to some other stuff, could go either way. So almost got myself in trouble a couple times yesterday, hurling myself at lips, and then running into drops that were bigger than I expected and just barely stopping in time. I hurt myself a couple of years back doing that, so today I'm going to very mindfully say I'm slowing up, I'm taking a look at stuff, no blind jumps, no blind drops, not even any blind rolls, unless I can really see them early. There's some hardcore stuff in the woods, and yeah, maybe I could ride it if it was my 10th time down it, but I shouldn't be hurling myself at it on my first time down. So take it slow, probably hike back up to actually ride features after I've been able to look at them once, and if it's good, I can always come back. Let's get it. Should also say I may have to stop several times and stop the camera to check for directions, because I have no idea where I am. I don't know what any of these turns are going to look like, but this actually looks pretty well cared for, so maybe it's going to be obvious. Oh, my techie climbing is in pretty good shape today. Follow the rules. Always look. 2 lines, either low or high. That is not rollable. So, come in the low line here, down, huck. That is rollable, actually. Down, push. I don't know if I've said this before, but in case I haven't, steep rolls are what did me in when I was a kid. I broke my collarbone. That's what led to me eventually not riding for over a decade. Not because of just that life got in the way, but that was the inciting incident. So it's still in my head, living rent free, as the kids say. That feels too steep. I see tire tracks on it, and at the bottom I know it's rollable, but give me a mighty drop to flat uphill. Not today. If yesterday had gone better, I would probably have the confidence to do this, but I might just roll up to it and see what the speed feels like. Yeah, I don't want to roll that, but I could drop it. Need a bit more speed to clear that route. probably only a little bit bigger than that one on Ned's. It's supposed to be a roll that I drop. Yeah, it's about 4 feet. 4 feet to flat. I guess it's technically downhill. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't feel like it. Alright. We'll see if that was the squirrel catcher feature or an easy one to get things started, and it's only going to get harder. First trail split. I will be back. I still don't know, so we're going to try this way. Seems a bit more well trodden. Oh my god, another one. This one I think it's just a ride around for a feature. Let's see. Feels like a ride around for a feature. I could ride that. Bit of a compression, but I could ride that. This looks serious. Very much not that. This one isn't as bad except for the run out, which is, oh my god. Alright, going around. Discretion and valor, right? You find these trails, the official sanctioned ones, you get used to riding like a black diamond or a double black diamond. And then you get out and you see what the people have been riding here for. If I'd continued riding from the time I was 17, people have been riding for 20 years. And what they are riding, most of the people you see in the parking lot, you just kind of assume they're riding the same stuff as you, and you realize, oh, they're riding like, I could have ridden that. See, now I'm shaking after seeing some crazy shit. It's just that realization that you don't fully know. There's a guy in the parking lot, I would guess 10 to 15 years older than me, out walking the dog on a weekday morning, says he sees my car there all the time. Asks what I ride. I say, you know, the new corkscrew boogeyman, like the usual laps. He's like, oh yeah, I ride this other trail. It's out in a different area. That's what I went out trying to find yesterday. Everything out there kicked my ass. And so now I'm stuck wondering, is that other trail way easier? It's a chance. Sometimes stuff gets built up, less janky. But here the guy was just an incredible rider. I assumed I was, and I'm like, I am very much not. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's deceiving. Like, in some places, you get people who think they're good riders and they're not. And in places like this, like, it's honestly 50-50 as to whether that guy is an incredible rider, regularly riding what I would consider upper double black terrain with his buddies in his, late 50s, early 60s, and that's his normal lap. Or there's a totally cool, approachable trail out there that I don't know about. And because they're secret, the only way to find out is to drag myself out there and see. And maybe waste a day walking around and being frustrated and not getting a good ride in. But that seems to be, the way it goes. It's the payment, I guess, for finding cool stuff. And I have found a bunch of cool stuff that I ride, so I'll have to figure out. It's a hell of a climb to get to the thing he was talking about, now that I realize I missed that turn yesterday. So maybe next year. I don't know if I'll be able to do it before it starts to get wet. I'm not riding stuff at the upper end of my skill level in the heavy rains in the winter. Alright, focus, little drop. Ooh. That's the problem with new trails. That one would have been fine too. Should I go back and do it? Sure. a bunch of walking around stuff. Starting to get down on your own skills. It's nice to get a couple things in a row. Oh, that would have been a cool little log ride. Didn't see it till it was too late. Oh, missed the hop turn. See, after my crash in Whistler, I don't like this stuff. That is me over the bars, probably. That or that is fine. Okay, it's got to ride around. Oh my God, man. Reminds me of the waterfall at the bottom of Cambodia. Right there, onto the route, down into the berm. Alt line? I don't know if this is the easier one or the hard one. Looks easier, it's just off camber and rams you into nothing. It's pretty serious. Too bad because the woodwork looks super cool and like something I'd want to ride. Welcome to the YouTube channel where we find cool trails and then don't ride them. A little chunky. It's almost breaking my own rule of riding something without looking first. Jeesh. Massively off camber roll. I can finally get a couple of these on the shore, but to actually, you can kind of see the line. It's sort of a catch right there. Very cool. I'm sure it'd be fine. I'm in my own head. Alone. I can't hear anybody else in the forest, so not the time when I don't have the confidence. Yeah, that's pretty steep looking from the other side. Let's see what this is. Yep. See, I can sort of ride a bike. That was super cool. I like that. Starting to see it now. Oh yeah, a ride around. There's gonna be something intense somewhere. Another fork too. I think I know the names of what this forking right here. Yeah, it's a video of Remy riding this. I can't even make myself stand at the edge. That is absolutely insane. Just gonna scout this out. So this is the fork I thought it was. Leaving one trail and joining another. Can't say the name of either of them. Definitely have some thoughts on secret trails and the etiquette around them, but that's maybe for a different day. Oh boy. I saw that on video and it looked doable. In person, not so much. Even looking back up, it looks more intense. Down here and around. Alright. Still, stay focused. This is a very real feature, even for a ride around. And there's a lot of exposure right there. So I'm not going to take the line on the edge. Come down here. Left, right, and around. Oh. Not in one shot, apparently. That's a tough corner. Alright, next time I'll get it in one shot. For today, I'm just going to get it at all. That is some really well-built stuff. That's what's crazy. You can go from super old, super difficult, super janky into like this. So then back to that old guy in the parking lot. Is this what he was telling me to ride? Or was it the crazy double black stuff? Looks like old line, new line. Let's go with new line. Like that meme of the guy looking back at the other girl every time I look at. Every time I see these little alt lines at the side, I'm like, wait, I'm already on an alt line. You're on something really cool. Stop looking for cooler stuff. But what the hell is that? Man. Look at that shelf at the bottom. I see some of this in photos, and they don't put a location on them. And I've seen some videos, sometimes in like pro riders or pro line stuff. But it's just crazy how many people I know ride this stuff without a camera on them, amazingly. Like, they're just regular people who go out and like rip down a cliff like that. I know there's a ton of that stuff in Squamish, but I think Squamish has a different kind of granite rock and in many cases smoother. It's the kind of stuff that I feel like I would try more, and then some of this stuff is just like so janky, so old school jank with such high consequence, and it's like I can't believe that like more than 5 people are riding this stuff. Like back in the day, Dan Cohen, like Dangerous Dan, and that crew building Flying Circus, and was it Up in the Clouds? Like the super high, super skinny stuff, teeter-totter in the middle and a 20-foot drop to flat kind of thing. Nobody was riding that. Like there were like a handful of people, which is why it all got closed down, and there's more people who could ride it now. Bikes and skill levels improved and the sport's way bigger. But still, it wasn't like an approachable thing. But I think the whole time that was going on, there were people riding all this stuff. Like, not quite your average Joe, but you're above average Joe. Which just blows my mind. Like, it's so hard to explain to somebody. Nothing shows up properly on any camera. Anyway, kind of rocketed out to recognizable locations faster than I expected. But that was great. I'll come back and do that again, do a few more features, a couple corners I didn't try. Till next time.